In this video, we're going to look into a new model called, or two new models called Magistral is the reasoning version of the Mistral models. They are right now competing with the DeepSeek R1 model. Now, this video will be very interesting because these reasoning models can be very, very powerful. Gives you a transparent way of looking at how the models are coming to an answer. Now, what's so special about this model? So some of the key highlights is that this is two different type of models. We have the 24 billion parameter version, which is open source, available through Hugging Face, and you have the Magistral Medium, which is only available for the enterprise version and through their chat interface, which we are going to look into. They have provided some scores on AIME and a few other benchmarks, which doesn't really say much in my opinion. My recommendation is that whenever they post any metrics, take them with a grain of salt. You don't actually know what's really happening there. Now, as we can see, it is comparing quite competitively to the DeepSeek R model, almost outperforming in many different benchmarks, which is really good. Finally, a European company giving a punch in the face to the really nice models over at the other end of the world. Now, when it comes to reasoning, it does support reasoning natively, Mistral's chain of thought across different languages and alphabets. It is suitable for enterprise use cases, for structured calculations, programmatic logic to decision trees, and rule-based systems. They are saying that this is 10 times faster than many of the competing models, and they've also published some papers related to this, which is very interesting. Now, some of the key highlight features is that it is multilingual dexterity. This is suited, or this allows us to use this model with English, French, Spanish, German, Italian, Arabic, Russian, and simplified Chinese. Now, what is interesting is that although there's a lot of Chinese models, which is really, really good, I think the Chinese developers are doing amazing work on these type of models. However, the German and Arabic models are not so strong. So this is very interesting that they are talking about this right now. Now, by the way, I am not a Chinese speaking person, but I know that people who watch my videos are interested in these two specific models a lot. Now, they are saying that this is a 10 times faster model compared to many other models, which is very interesting to look at. This does have a lot of versatility in different applications where it comes to business strategy and operations, regular industries such as legal, finance, and healthcare, system softwares, and data engineering. So it can be very useful for developing systems or getting insights from them, and some content and communication. Now, of course, when it comes to system software and data engineering, my personal recommendation is regardless of what model comes out, although this is a really, really good model, always use these chat interfaces as an inspiration. Don't rely completely upon when you're building various software systems. It's just not a safe way of doing things. Not to mention, you don't really grow as a person or your critical thinking, which is very important in today's day and age. Nevertheless, they have provided the link for the Hugging Face Hub for this Magistral Small, which is a 24 billion parameter model. And we can also try the Magistral Medium in lay chat or via their API. Now, right now, I want to quickly showcase how this looks like in the chat interface. Now, to be able to use it, you have to click on this Think button over here, and then you can choose the 10x speed, which is the Magistral Medium. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to ask it to build a YAML parser using JavaScript. We're going to ask it, build a YAML parser using, I changed my mind. Let's try Java and abstract syntax tree. So this is the high-level planning that is thinking right now. And okay, so after all the thinking, it provided us the actual solution. So we have an enum, we have a class token, we have an interface, a scalar node that implements this mapping node, various others, and giving us the final class over here with the static void main function, so we can do it. Gives us a really nice explanations. But what is interesting is the thought process behind it. So first of all, it plans a high-level plan. So understand YAML structure, Lexer tokenizer, the parser, abstract syntax tree, constructing the abstract syntax tree, the evaluation interpretation, Java implementation, and then the testing, which we saw right now. Now I'm not going to go ahead and try it at the moment, but it gives us a pretty good idea on how fast it thought of all the different steps, all the way from the abstract syntax tree, from the very, very ground theory, and building a YAML parser using Java. And currently, if you're using the free version, you can only get 3 times. You can use it for 3 times. So I highly recommend getting the paid version somehow. And there we go. Really interesting, very fascinating, and has a lot of promise as to this reasoning base. Alright guys, hope you found this video insightful. If you guys did, please feel free to subscribe. I make similar videos like these. Alright guys, hope to see you in my next video. Have a nice day.